everyone, and welcome back to another Tuesday Voxedit Sandbox stream with me, Panda Pops. How are we all doing today? Did you have a good weekend? What have you been up to, everyone? We have some exciting stuff for today's stream. I say exciting stuff, we're going to be doing something a little bit different, which is, in fact, let's just go over what we're going to be doing today before jumping from one thing to another. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a little bit within Voxedit. So I'm going to be doing a few little creative things within Voxedit. And then what I will be doing, about an hour in, maybe a little bit sooner, depends on how the stream's going, but about an hour in. And if you are watching on YouTube, after the stream's done, I will be bookmarking it, so putting chapters in. So if you just want to see me giving feedback on your Playboy Voxedit submissions, then you can go over there. Anybody who does still want me to give them some feedback, I've actually had quite a few people come and send me messages, which is absolutely fantastic. If you do want feedback on your submissions, either message me on Discord, message me on Twitter, so I can see that. If you have already submitted and your submission will already be submitted on the form, then you need to let me know what name and everything that's all under so I can find it. And do also let me know if you don't want me actually sharing the submission. Unless you said the words, hey, don't share my submission on screen, I am probably going to be sharing it on screen so everybody can understand the feedback I'm giving. There's been one person so far saying, hey, don't share this, and that's absolutely fine. I will just give feedback based on what I can see, and you guys will have to guess what I'm seeing, pretty much. Panda Pops Party, there ain't no party like a Panda Pops Party like a Panda Pops Party, whoop whoop. There ain't no party like a Panda Pops Party or Voxedit Party, whoop whoop. And we will go back to wearing the Playboy bunny ears when it is the Playboy bunny contest review feedback section. And then we can do there ain't no party like a Panda Pops bunny party. Hey mate, you alright? You going outside? Go on then. Put your wellies on. Why? Well, because you can't go out barefoot. It's wet now. We've finally had rain, guys. We've been in a drought. Over here, we haven't had rain or a good amount of rain for a little while. So, yeah, finally we got some rain. Not much, but we got some. So what are we going to be creating? I legit actually don't know. I believe I had a list of things for the table. So I'm not going to do the table because that's a Monday Sandbox stuff. So I need to think about what I want to create now. And what do I want to create right now? Let's create should we do like an equipment piece? I think we should probably do an equipment piece. Do a chess piece. Let's do. So I'm thinking for this, I'm gonna do an equipment where it's basically fairy wings, I think, for this. And somebody wanted to know, they wanted basically to make a jacket, and it had been suggested that they should use the chess piece to do this. So what you would do is, personally for me, I would just use the chest, and I would build here, and build the chest part, and then what I would do off of the arms is create additional nodes. No, you can't do it. You do it off of the chest. My bad. So yeah, well, I'll try and show that. So I'll add some equipment, like part of the chest piece to go there. What do you mean no sound? There is 100% sound. Oh, my bad, fixed it. Okay, so it wasn't a me problem. And how am I doing today? I am doing really good, thank you. The first thing I want to do is make, what wings. This is going to be the main wings that I'm going to make, and then I'm going to break the wings down. To me, this is just much easier for me to visualize how it should look. So usually I do one side of the wings. I'm going to do both sides, and then I'll delete one side, because that's all I need. I'm going to just choose a green. Don't know if I'm going to go with a green. I'll have a little look at some wings, just to figure out what sort of wings I want to do. Maybe, oh, okay, I've just seen a really nice picture. It seems a little much to do this, so I might do that a different time. But it basically looks like an oak leaf as wings, and they look really pretty. But I think for this, we are going to just do, it needs to be bigger. Anyway, yep. And with a height, 32 is okay, but we'll go a little bit bigger. Right there, lovely. And then let's get the middle, perfect, thank you. And we're gonna use the pen tool and go in and up. So it's a little bit like a butterfly. Do I want to make it a bit different? I think I do. No, I don't want that. So I'm going to make it slightly higher up here. This is the start point for it. And instead, go up like that. And then on this one, also going to go up. So it's like two sets of wings. I'm going to take this away, and we're just going to go from here and delete all of that side. I'm going to trim it down. Might need to make it a little bit bigger, but for now, that's how we're having it. Have it on the back. Save that. And then we're not, so some people actually delete this node. I don't. If you delete it, it can end up making it a little bit broken. Not always, but sometimes. I don't know what makes it, equals it to get broken. But instead, just create child node. I'm going to call this wing side 1A. I'm going to grab hold of this. You see, now we've got the wings coming off of here. We will need to reposition them, and I do think they do need to be maybe a little bit bigger. We want them a bit higher. Actually, I think the size is okay. The size isn't too bad. I do want to break down this section though. So this one needs to be on its own. So I'm going to call this little wing 1. And for the little wing, I'm going to delete the entire big wing section. And we are going to move the pivot for this one to the top, right there, and to the back. Holding shift and just moving the arrow will move it 0.5 of a voxel. Everybody, do keep in mind as well, I did mention that we will be going over the Playboy feedback, and like I'll give you guys feedback and hopefully help you with that. That's going to just be a little bit later today. So little wing 1. So little wing 1. We're going to position this. So I've kept, for the larger wing, I've kept the little wing there just so I can move this right into position. Right there. Be about right, and then we'll delete the little wing off of this one now. Don't need it. We'll trim it. The pivot should still be at the top, so that's absolutely fine. But what we will want to be doing is we are going to want to break apart this bigger bit of the wing, probably just into 2 pieces. Sometimes with the wings, I break the big bit of wing into 3 separate pieces. For this, we're just going to break it into 2 separate pieces. It could also work with it just being in 1, but it's fine. What we are going to do now is we are actually going to duplicate this. So we're going to call this wing side 2A. And we are going to flip it. Actually, wait, no, we need to break this first. Ignore me. Wing B. And I've accidentally broken it. Now we can see all these pieces. We did not want that to happen. Not want all the leg pieces and everything to appear here. That's annoying. What we can do is we can delete an attached. Oh no, were they there before? I've broken it. Right, we're gonna pretend that none of that happened. I'm gonna start again, and this time I'm gonna pay attention to what it looked like. Chess piece. Equipment. Fairy wings 1. Yes, they don't appear there. Okay, so I don't know how I ended up breaking it, but somehow I did. Mate, can you not be there? I appreciate you watching, but can you, like, go outside or in the living room? Go on, please. A9A7A. Oh, I've just realised you can even see him as well. Are you gonna wave? The camera's there. Okay, wave. Great job, mate. Off you go. Go into the living room. Go to the living room. Alright, so, wings. Gonna do all this again. Isn't this the fun of Voxedit when you get to redo stuff? Hey! Who's raiding me? This is why I need... Oh, is it Sandstorm? I can see Sandstorm there. Hey, Sandstorm. Kai, please go. Go before I have to get your dad. Thank you. Training techniques from the pro. Oh, yeah. Panda's got small arms. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. They're my arms. Definitely nobody else's. Okay, they're a bit smaller. There. That's actually much better. Okay, that'll do. That'll be all right. And we'll take that away. I know I could do it with just doing one side. It's just sometimes nice to see one side. There we go. Trim it down. But how are we doing? Thank you for the raid. Whoever raided me. Half Dork. Making fairies? Technically, no. I'm making equipment, and I accidentally broke the equipment that I just started on. So I'm going to show how you can use the chest piece and add a piece to the arms at the same time. But right now, we're trying to make sure that this doesn't break, and you know that you've broken the template when all the other parts of the template appear. So we're going to save real quick. We're going to go to the back, create child node. We're going to call this wing 1A. got wing 1A. We're going to place it. We are going to position it. We are then going to go to this and call this wing little, and to delete big one. Have the little one. Everybody say hello to the little wing. Sandstorm raided. Thank you, Sandstorm. I appreciate it. Who is streaming for Sandstorm today? Alright, and off of this one, we're going to call this Little Wing 1. Move this here. Also, guys, don't forget that if you have done a submission for the Playboy Voxedit contest and you would like some feedback by me, then make sure that you are either DMing me on Discord or Twitter. Let me know, either send me like a video of it, renders, pictures of it, or tell me that you've already submitted it, plus the name that you submitted it under, so I can find it nice and easily. And in about 40-ish minutes, that's what we're going to be doing. I will be giving you feedback. Half Dork was doing it. The one and only. We're going as far as calling Half Dork Sir Dork now. Little one. Can I show everybody the computer you've just made? So for anybody who didn't hear that, the little tiny human just came up to me and said, I've made a computer and I'm gonna do my stream. This is his computer. This is a piece of kitchen roll with some masking tape attached to it. It's very good, mate. Have a good stream. Okay? Have a great one. Okay. Oh, kids are fantastic. Alright, and then we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna edit and take away the little wings for this one now. And then we're gonna call this wing B, and we're gonna save. We're gonna be saving a lot. Half Dork, what were you doing for the sandstorm today? You're just like, you're slowly taking over the world. You co-hosted with Conrad the other day. When am I getting you on a Voxedit co-hosting thing? Introducing Paper PC. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be the new biggest thing. Which reminds me, I should show you guys the masking tape robot he created the other day, because I thought it was quite clever, honestly. And that might just be, you know, me being a parent saying that. But also, it legit kind of did look cool. Right, create wing 1B. Don't break. Thank you for not breaking. We're going to put 1B right there. And now we're going to go into 1B. So 1B is connected to the main one. So 1B needs to be this section. So I'm going to delete from... Ah! Delete from here, up. Yes, yes. Okay. And trim. And then we're gonna go to number 1. And going to delete from here downwards. Yes. Trim. And save. Now we will probably have to move the pivot for this one. Yes, we do. The pivot's all the way over here. So this is going to be an annoying thing because we now have to match this up. So the pivot is going to be in the middle. That's what would make sense. It will also have to be directly in the middle, so 0.5. Alright. Now let's put the wing back together. Okay. Right, perfect. That looks not quite right. 5, boom, did it. There we go. Now, I might need to change it just slightly, but it's looking pretty good, and I'm not mad at it. We might need to just change it a little bit. That wing... No. It's meant to look this way. Trust me, it's meant to look this way. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is how the wing is supposed to look. You had me doubting myself, JKing. Teach Game Maker basics on Sandstorm. That is awesome. I'm bad, Voxedit. You've seen me struggle. That's not true. That's not true. No, in all fairness, I really like the fact that you use the layer tool. Because I'm going to be honest, I never do. I hate the layers tool. I never use it. I really probably should. Let's color this in. There. Just a little bit. That little one needs also coloring in. But I appreciate the raid. Thank you. Little Death has its pros and cons. I would barely know. I barely use it. Right, let's save this again because we don't want to break it. So once again, you'll know if it's broken because all the body pieces will show up. So we are going to duplicate and call this wing 1. No, we're going to call this wing 2A. Okay, we're doing okay. And we're going to flip it. And we're gonna position it. Okay. That looking much better. Now I do want to just move these little guys just up. There to 11, I guess. Yeah. And we're gonna go back to this one. We're going to trim it, and then delete it. Go. And we're gonna add some more stuff onto that in a little bit, but I'm gonna drink some of my tea because I really need some tea. And you guys, and I can catch up with you guys while I drink some tea. And if you have any questions, let me know. Oh, Shelk Silk? Is that how I say your name? I can't say names. Shelk Silk. Silk. I'm just gonna call you Silk. That's the part of your name I can 100% read with all certainty. Unless it's like Shelk's Ilk. Yes, JKing, I am using the chest template, and I'm going to be using the chest template to show how you can add things to the arm areas too, without needing to do the arm pieces. Boof, boof, boof. So it's all one. What kind of tea? It's just not. Wait, it's normal tea. It's Yorkshire tea. It's Yorkshire tea, the best British tea. It's normal. There we go. It's a little lighter than I normally do it. It's not as strong. I did dip a little bit too much milk into it. Didn't leave it to brew as long as I usually would. The best UK tea. The best UK tea is Yorkshire tea. Maxie, what are you saying? What are you saying? Top marks. Oh, thank you. I thought you were going to be like, no, I really like PG tips. And I was like, no. PG Tips is what we buy when we need cheap tea because it's always on offer. Although, and I may get some points deducted for this, I am actually partial. I don't hate Sainsbury's Red Label tea. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Sainsbury's Red Label tea is fine. I'm not saying it's a great tea. You ain't getting great tea out of it. But for the price you pay, I could put up with it. PG Tips are for guests. No Earl Grey. Or is that just something Americans assume British people drink? So Earl Grey is fine, but usually, and I don't know about other people, but with Earl Grey, you usually drink it black, as in you don't add milk to it, okay? Or you shouldn't be. Okay? You should be drinking Earl Grey just on its own, black, and that's absolutely fine. And I am one for trying many different teas. One I actually really liked was La Chouchon. That was a very, very nice tea. No one can see your hand from there, mate. They still can't see it. You need to be closer to me. There we go. But yeah, that one's not too bad. Herbal teas, I don't mind. Can you tie armor animation to character animations, like when you jump a flat, for instance? No. You can just do it so you can only have one animation. Mate, you need to stop. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but you gotta stop. I'm trying to work. But yeah, no, you can only have one animation, so the animation will loop no matter what is happening in terms of the character. Do you have to keep the blue box? No. So I just deleted that blue box at the back. So if I don't want anything on this front piece, I can just come in. I usually will trim it as good practice and then just come out, and now it's not there. But maybe I want like a bra piece for the chest. So I can go back to the chest, scroll out, and I could be like, okay, we need it a little bit bigger, so I'll go for a 20. 20, it's far too big. Actually, maybe not. Let's readjust the pivot for that bad boy. Okay. And we'll have a height of 5. Nope, a little bit more. 7. Cool. Drag you down. Then just build right here. What color would a fairy's bra be? Like this. Maybe I could make like a leaf out of it. Let's go for an 8. Some of the questions I ask on here can just get so weird. Just like, what color would a fairy's bra be? You know, that age-old question we all ask ourselves in our lifetime. That normal question. That's not really looking like a leaf. I was gonna do one of those. Oh, we can do a different leaf. Leaf do I want? Delete. Right. Rose have. Oh, could maybe do. Let me look at a clover real quick. Clover. Clovers are kind of heart-shaped. I could move it across. I could either make it smaller or move it across. We'll move it across. So just shimmy Cross, please. Shimmy. Right there. That's beautiful. Thank you. Now it literally just looks like 2 hearts on her breasticle area. Any fairies threatening to burn her? Yeah, no, I'm gonna say the 2 giant hearts just ain't doing it for me. So instead, I'm gonna look up just images of leaves. Yeah, we could do that instead. No, they're just too big. You know what we could do? We could make it a flower. That would be much easier. Okay, let's make it a flower. Okay, right there. And then what colour do we want the flower to be? What colour do we want the flower to be? Go West! Hey, Pat! I read your name and then I read the comment as in, Go West, hey Panda, because you shouted. Yeah. Okay, red for like poppies. Cool, we can do that. Hey Go West, how are you doing? We haven't got to the portion of going over people's thingies. You know what I mean. We haven't gone over the Voxedit contest stuff yet, so you're not late or anything. We will be going over that soon though, so make sure to stick around. Doing good, a little hungry now, eating a pub sub. A pub sub? What the frig is a pub sub? I feel like I failed my Britishness not knowing what a pub sub is. What colour are poppy leaves? What colour are poppy leaves? They are a very light green. There we go. Lovely. Just pop that there as well. And we're going to make it too thick. And shimmy it outwards. And then all I'm going to do is just bloop, 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 bloop. And a final. Lovely. That's great. Trim. And I think the position of it should be fine. But there we go. Now she's got... It's clipped in. Damn it. Okay, so we do need to cover it right here. So all I'm going to do is take a slightly darker, the darker red. I'm going to pop that there, pop that there, pop that there. And we're just going to have slightly darker green. Just go there. One just there for safety. One just there for safety. There. Okay, that looks like... Oh, we got a little clipping issue. We could make it so it comes right off the breasticle area. So it's just kind of sitting on there. Over the breasticles. So we could get away with that. Maybe make it 3 thick and cover it up a little bit more. I feel like we're concentrating far too much on the wrong stuff. Oh, a public sub. Okay, yeah. Don't know what that is. There we go. I thought you meant like a British pub sub, and I was like, I don't know any pubs that do like a pub sub. Right. Anyway, what time is it? How long have I been streaming? 37 minutes. So very soon we are going to be doing some other stuff. Right. I need to show you how to add things to the arm. So we're going to go off of the chest again, create child node, and we're going to call this arm 1. And we're going to call this grab our colors. And all we want to do is get nice green again. Make it like that, and just come off of that. Add nice little white bits to it, and some areas. Do some that come off of it. Move you up, and then we're just gonna have like a nice little yellow coming off right there. Yellow coming off there. We're going to have a slightly darker yellow. Ooh, right there. Slightly darker yellow there as well. Variation. This. Bits. Lovely. Makes that small. Going to center it. Gonna center it, there we go, not on the floor, gonna center it. And we're gonna grab our arm piece. And we are going to now position our arm piece. I'm gonna put it right here. I'll rotate it down. There we go. Now, a little bit big, we can work with that. But there we go. This is just a super quick, simple thing that we've just practiced doing right now. I do want to add some wing bits to this. Help if I could remember the colour I just chose, but never mind. Right, just see what that looks like. Okay, those wings are looking a bit better now. We just haven't done anything with the bottom parts of the wings. We might as well just add just a quick little animation while we're at it. So we're going to have the wings come out with this one. It's going to get to here, or it's going to flap out itself. And then it's going to stay there for a few keyframes before flapping back in. Paste. That should be enough with that one. Also staying there for that. And then move right there. Highlighting, copy, paste. And this one also needs to do the same. Out. Rotate out. Stays the same. It out. Stays where it is. And back in. And copy. Paste. Okay, you stay where you are. Then you go back here. Copy. Paste. What's up? Oh no. I'll be right back in a second, guys. I've got a feeling this might not be a good thing. Okay, guys, yeah, so I thought something may have been happening because I could feel my green screen moving. It now has felt tip pen on the back of my green screen. So, yeah. That's... Oh, a signature on the back? No. I may be getting this wrong, but I believe he drew Blaze and the Monster Machines and a monster. But I could be wrong. Mainly because my mind kind of went blank for a minute, so I could make sure that I didn't shout at him. So I could calm myself while he was trying to explain what he was drawing. I kind of like switched my brain off for a minute going, this is the time where we calm down and we don't shout at the child for drawing. But we do explain that we don't draw on things like that. Now it's a mean screen. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is so funny. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm just a little slap. This is why I can't have nice things. That's all. And I'm exaggerating slightly. He's a child. Things happen. Alright, and we don't want the belly bit on here, so we're just going to delete that too. Don't want that. No, so JKing, no, that's not an option right now. We are hoping that potentially that would be a thing. So, you know, when you put an equipment on, like with like with my Aoki, like you can still see parts of it, which obviously isn't great. So let's just, or with the doggies, not all the equipment fits the doggies. So yeah, that's been noted down as a thing that they want to do, but that's not like in the front of getting done. But no, oh wait, no, you're saying replace like the whole head. No, so it'll never be able to, I don't think it'll be able to replace like a whole avatar head, which is why you got to be really careful, or at least why I've been told that if you are going to make an avatar collection that isn't using the normal sized stuff, then you need to specifically be like, hey, in the description, you should be saying like, hey, may not work with all equipment. And that he had this thing for pouring aftershave and perfume down the toilet, all those expensive. Oh, Maxie, that sounds awful. That sounds like a headache. That would make me sad. Right, so we got our equipment right here. We're just gonna test it out. This obviously isn't exactly what it's gonna be like, but we're gonna call this Fairy Wings Equipment Test. But no, it's just, in all fairness, the small human is meant to know that we only draw. We only draw on paper. We only draw on paper. The tiny human knows this, but also, as a tiny human, he is a tiny human. Alright, let's test it. It's all for attention. It honestly, that wasn't for attention. He literally just wanted to do some drawing. He wasn't doing it to get some form of attention. He's literally got all the attention he could possibly need right now in terms of having his sister here the entire time, having his dad just literally sat right outside. It's because he literally just wanted to draw and he thought it would be nice. And he's still young. He's only 4. So, right, fairy equipment wings. Now I have to make this so it's pickupable, right? I have to make the collectible. I have to make it a collectible. It is still, there we go. And there's the wings. Oh, doesn't Aoki look beautiful with those wings? Oh, look, and the arm is on really nicely, kinda. And it's like changing a little bit. There you go. That is how you would go about making some sort of chest equipment. Also have like arm pieces too. But yeah. There we go, and now look, Aoki's just flying around. Although when you're running, the shoulders do clip in. It's a bit annoying. Maybe make him a bit thicker. He looks so good. With his little fairy wings. Fix all the Steve Aoki avatars with broken legs. Wait, they have broken legs? What do you mean they have broken legs? And be able to have multiple animations such as Run 01. So, currently right now, as far as I'm aware, no. Hopefully, this is something in the future, but if that, to me, sounds like a great suggestion, I don't think anybody's put that in the feedback, so feel free to go over to the Sandbox Discord and add that to the feedback. The left leg is out of alignment. Like, how out of alignment? Because that is how all the legs look, I think, for avatars. Yes, please do, JKing. Because that could be something that just hasn't been picked up. And I don't know whether that would actually be able to be fixed. Because they're minted. So I don't know if that's something they're going to be able to actually fix. Unless they airdrop a fixed one to the users. Like, is it really badly out of alignment? Right, guys, I think we're gonna do some feedback time now. So let's do some feedback stuff. So if you want some feedback for your assets you're creating for the Playboy contest, do let me know. Little one, at home, only on paper. No, but in the living room, only on paper. Okay? Otherwise, you won't have pens. He doesn't usually have pens. I don't know who gave him a pen. But anyway, your nursery teacher gave you a pen. Trying to find the first one. Okay, so this is the first one I think I've got on Discord. So this is the first one I've got on Discord for feedback purposes. So this is by Game Eddie. And I'm kind of... Oh, bugger it, you can just see my Discord. So, I've got a few little videos here to watch. That one cuts off parts of it. They're from different angles. I think this is the video that shows almost all of it really well. There we go. And let's just take a quick look at the final one. Alright, so we're gonna go off of this one to give feedback. So, I do have a few bits of feedback for this. This is very, very nice. Now, I personally, what they've done with the water fountain, really, really good. Now, it is hard to tell in a render how this would look in in Game Maker. But I would say maybe potentially go a couple of shades darker with the emission on this, just depending on how it actually looks in Game Maker, because sometimes the emission comes off super, super bright that it doesn't look like what you're trying to make it look like. It ends up just looking like a big blob of white light. Whereas I think this would be better being like a slightly whitey blue, a very light blue. The Peacock itself, I absolutely love the Peacock. It's very, very good with the tail and everything. From what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like it's going over the amount of nodes or faces. We got a lot of polys being used, so a lot of flat surfaces, and the design on it is really, really nice. The only thing I potentially would do is I wouldn't have the glowing emission lights on the Peacock himself. That's my suggestion for him. I feel like the emission on him is maybe just a little bit too much because it draws more eyes to his body than it does his tail. And you really should be looking at his tail feathers. Assets hidden in the floor. Yes, I was going to get to that as well, which is a really, really big thing. There's two things with the animation. The assets hidden in the floor and the Peacock animation actually as well. Not this animation, like his whole jumping and doing all of that is actually really nice. It's very smooth. And his little step back as well as the bunny, and he's like bowing there. Now, Game Eddie actually did give me a little backstory over the thinking of this, which is obviously male peacocks show their feathers to attract a female, so it's as if he's attracting a bunny. So I'm going to go over the bunny first. The first thing is exactly what Voxmaker Mark put, which is the asset is hidden in the floor. There is no way you're telling me that this bunny is hidden inside that water fountain, which means that you're hiding her somewhere else. It is highly suggested not to hide assets in the floor, because there's a couple of other reasons, and I don't know whether they've sorted them, so I'm not going to list them in case they are fixed and it's not a whole big thing. But also, it just looks really messy and horrible, and it's, yeah, there are other things, but because I don't know if they fixed them, I'm not going to mention them. But we highly suggest don't hide assets in the floor, which obviously this probably did do, unless you were really able to hide her body parts inside the water fountain. I find it really hard to believe that you hid her body parts inside the water fountain. The other thing is, this could just be a design choice. I'm not keen on her ears having all those lights. All of those lights just seem too much. The bedazzled bra is fine. The animation on her is also great. And I think when she bounces, her hair does a little bounce. Look at her hair bouncing. That's fantastic. Love the animation on the hair bouncing. Her eyes and everything. Also super, super pretty. The little booby-doos doing a little wiggle as well at the end is really nice. But I do believe in terms of utilization as one of the categories, so there's a few categories. One is animation, one is quality, one is quality of animation, level of detail, creativity, and utilization. I think there's one other that I might be forgetting off the top of my head. But utilization generally means how usable can this be within Sandbox? So is it versatile to be used in multiple experiences? It's a hard one to say. So obviously we do have face and node optimization amounts, which is why we say your assets should be under 5,000, and for contests they need to be under 5,000. And the node count, there is a max node count. But obviously if you are very high on this, so if you've got assets that clearly look like they are utilizing a lot of faces and a lot of nodes, it's going to be low scoring on utilization, because it's not going to be as optimal as something slightly smaller. And somebody did say to me, well, that makes it seem like Sandbox do want smaller assets. Yes, we do like smaller assets. They are much easier. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be making these big, beautiful things. But yeah, smaller assets are also very optimal, work well, can be used in an array of different ways, and are very sellable to other people. You know, my weapon crate, as an example, can be used in so many different types of games. Whereas this obviously wouldn't, but it is also a Playboy contest, so you have to play to that as well. The other issue I have with the animation is, here, you can't see from here, but at the start of the animation, his tail and everything is off of this area, and when he jumps, he's also off of this area and moves to the side, which makes the animation collision much wider. You should try to keep all of the animation within this octagon area. Now, if you need to make that floor space, if you need to make that floor space slightly bigger to allow everything that you need to be happening, do that. But really, you should be keeping all of your animation within that space. So I can't show you from here, but because it's not in Voxedit, but where he is, the animation collision box would be there for the entirety. So that anyone trying to put this in their game and get close to the scene that is happening here will not be able to get that close. For me, a natural boundary, but I could imagine there being a collision box around, would be where this is, where the path on here starts. I would potentially also make the path just slightly higher. Just make it just a little bit higher. It looks like it's 1, 2... Oh, whoops. Nope, that's the wrong... There. Why are you not letting me do it? Okay, never mind. I can't do the shortcut. I think... Give me a moment. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's about, actually, it might be alright. It looks like it's about 10 voxels high. Maybe 15 would be enough. 15 might be slightly too tall. But did I miss feedback? I've just started the feedback stage. So I'm probably going to do feedback and then do a break and then come back and do some more feedback. But yeah, for most of this, I'm actually really impressed. I would say keep all the animation in this octagon shape. The Peacock himself, absolutely fantastic. I would potentially just not have emission on the Peacock himself. The emission on the tail feathers is fine. Obviously, the one thing that you can't really help, unfortunately, is that obviously this bunny is coming out of nowhere, which means she's coming out of the floor or off of somewhere else, which is obviously not optimal. We really, really strongly suggest you don't hide things in the floor. Her ears as well, to me, just all that emission on her ears just kind of ruins it for me, personally. And I feel like that is more of a personal thing. But you've got all this lovely detail. The emission on her bra is absolutely fine. I just feel like you've been like, oh, emission, and you've just dotted all over the ears. Like, we're gonna make everything sparkly and jazzy, and not everything needs to be super sparkly and jazzy. Some, like, her ears to me could be left simple because she's got the sparkly, jazzy, bedazzly. But also, considering your whole story is like a male peacock trying to, you know, get a female, female peahens are very bland and boring, and female of almost every species generally doesn't have as many jazzy things to attract, you know, because they're the ones being, like, going over to the men. The men have to be the attractive showstoppers. Like, look at me, little crabs doing a little dance. So I would just say the emission on the ears is just too much. Just take the emission off the ears. I think leaving that simple is much, much better. And yes, keep all of the animation in this octagon, so don't have the peacock jumping off of it. Can have him jumping. The jump is actually really, really nice. I would just suggest, if you're making this natural border that you've done here, everything should be done there. So either extend your floor print for that, or make him not jump as far forward and do all the animations on there. But otherwise, this is actually really, really nice. I actually really, really love this one. Very good. Now, let's go to... Oh, JK. Oh, JK, that is a really super broken leg. Have you, JKing, put him, choose him as your, oh, you can't. I don't know what you can do. Yeah, I would send feedback for that. That looks super nasty. He looks like he's got a broken leg. So the only other one that I've got over on Discord that's been sent to me is one by Assassins. So I already technically gave Assassins some feedback about logos, which I would like to say, I have been told that apparently we will be allowing logos, but I do need to strongly stipulate this, that you would not be able to upload it to the marketplace and try and sell it. Which is why I'm really annoyed, because I feel like it gives people the wrong impression. Like, hey, you can use the logos, but also, like, don't, because copyright. But just remember, for these sort of contests, yes, you can use the logos, but you would not be allowed to upload that to the marketplace. You would not be allowed to publish it. You will not be able to sell it because it breaks copyright. So I strongly always suggest people try and stay away from logos and copyright stuff, even if a contest is a grey area for it, because you may want to mint it and you may forget. You removed the logo already. Thank you, Assassins. But Playboy, I love this. I honestly, you've already had feedback off of me for this. So I'm gonna just play it. I actually think this is really, really good. Okay, right, no, I have feedback for one thing. That needs to be faster. I'm sorry. That needs to be faster. That was too slow. Have you ever played pinball before? When have you gone... No. No, it's like super fast. You pull it and it goes boom. It's angry. It's an angry ball. I'll also maybe make your ball more ball-like and cut down on faces by, I don't know how many nodes you've got. I think we already had a discussion over this and you are way, way, way in your nodes. But I believe this will look much nicer if instead of you just have this straight bit, you'd add additional pieces. So I can actually show you what I mean for this. Sure, boss noted. Make the animation faster. But let's just carry on playing it. So it goes down. You got that? Yeah, no, that's fine. Got lights. It lights up. I like that. And it goes down. And we got the back of it. Entertainment for all. Playboy. I honestly love the style because the style seems super like 70s, 80s. But yeah, I'm going to show you what I mean there. I honestly don't think I could give you... Animation needs to be quicker, for sure. Level of detail is definitely up there. I love the level of detail on this. The remote controls on the back. I think the remote controls would be fine. Ah, stop. Yeah, get rid of the remote controls. Put something different there. Don't have those. Those controllers are too much like... I'm gonna get a picture up. Oh, right, no, they're not like those. Yes, they are. You've just switched the colour of the buttons. They're too much like this. That is what they are. So... Oh, where did the actual image go? Like, that is exactly what you've done. That exact controller. So, either very much change the controller slightly, or put another scantily clad lady. In fact, yeah, have another lady stood here, and yeah, just next to this for all. And maybe like a ball, like holding a ball. But I would make your ball more ball-like. So I would make your ball just look slightly more rounded. I really don't think and you're gonna reduce faces by doing what I'm gonna show you to do. So this is how you're gonna reduce your faces. So no. This is what you're gonna do to reduce your face. I don't know why I made it so big. Really didn't need it that big. Right, so you've got your bit right here. Okay, and then you've got another... like other bits going down like this. Okay? Other bits going down kind of like that. On either side. So instead of doing that, what you're gonna do is We're just gonna pretend that that's fine. Right, we made it 2, and it's number 2 there. Right. Set to floor. Control. Machine. I'll pop the machine right there, and then we're gonna have side 1. Don't know why I'm calling it side 1, but it'll just help. Side 1, load. And what you're going to do is just another piece like this, trim it down, set to floor. Then on here, we're going to move it so it's a child node off of the main machine. And then you're just going to move it up into position to tool. And then you're just going to rotate it. Obviously, make it actually look like it belongs there. I haven't made it tall enough, but rotate it like that. It needs to be 3 high. So you'd have it more like that instead of it being jagged. To put bunnies instead of control it, yes. Yeah, no, you've done a very, very good job for pretty much a beginner. 100% a beginner. So I would say doing something like this rather than doing everything in here. Well, one, it will help you reduce your faces, but it'll also make it look neater. And you've got plenty of room to be playing with. So, yeah, you can not do that there. And it will save you on faces as well, because each of those jagged extra pieces is another face. But otherwise, I think you've done a really, really good job. The art style on it is really, really nice. And I kind of love how creepy this bunny at the bottom looks. Really looks very creepy. Animation needs to be a little faster with the ball going up. I would potentially as well maybe have it so the animation of it bouncing around just does a few other bits, because it's not bouncing all that much. I'd have like a couple of extra bits moving. But otherwise, I love that you've got these bits that move when these move. Very good. And generally, the art style itself is brilliant. Really is. That's your Rabbitar. Ah, your Rabbitar looks super creepy. Like, pervy creepy. Look, oh, I'm tripping over my words. You know what I mean. Right, so they are the 2 off of Discord. And I'm going to hop over to here. Double check my requests. I haven't had any other requests. So I've got this one that somebody has sent that they want feedback. So the first bit of feedback is your assets need to be animated. If I don't see any animation, it won't go through. So a giant poster, although very nice, would just not be enough. There's not that much detail going on here. You would definitely need something a little bit more happening. Honestly, this just, you wouldn't get past the first stage because it's not an animated asset. Hop over. Yeah, I didn't mean to make that pun. I could show yours. I don't need to show yours. Manro. I mean, it does. I believe it probably is, but you can't 100% tell, so you'd get away with it. Plus, also, pretty sure she's fine because she's a historical figure, and you can definitely create historical figures. Oh, is it? Let's just have a look. I'm sure Google has it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, honestly, it's not. Yeah, so it is. They've just recreated the first. In that case, I'm not that impressed with it. I mean, yeah, they've done a really. Okay, let's give them their dues. They've done a great job on Marilyn. They've done in fact, they've done an excellent job on that. But then it's not. I just don't have any words. It's fine. The Marilyn's great. It's a great poster. But for the contest, it needs to be animated. And I don't see any animation happening here. You could potentially try something super risky, which is to basically make this animated. And you could have it flash between the first ever magazine to one of the later editions. I don't know, most popular Playboy issue. There we go, let's have a look. Oh, Marilyn is the most popular one. Okay, Playboy latest magazine. Weirdly enough, I don't get Playboy magazines. Okay. Yeah, you could do the latest one and have it switch from that. You would have to make this about you'd have to make it a minimum of 3 voxels thick to be able to hide pieces inside it. And that would take a lot of animation, but if you're able to do that, then that would be pretty good. First and most popular. The most popular is this one. I've just Googled it. The top 10. The Marilyn one's #1 on the top 10. Or second most popular. I mean, you could do the Kate Moss one. Kate Moss one's got to be fairly popular. But, and that was for their 60 years. There you go, for their 60th. There, that makes sense. You do their 60 years. So you do Marilyn and Kate Moss. And you'd have it flash between them. And I don't mean like a single flash. I mean, you should make it look like it's a rolling, like the voxels are changing and it's merging into something new. But yeah, that would be something that you could do. I mean, great job on the Marilyn. I feel like I have nothing else that I can say to that. It's not gonna, unfortunately, it's not gonna pass the first stage. And I'll have to say they wanted actual feedback sent to them too. Right, now we have this one, which has been sent to me. But I can only go off of what I'm being sent here. I honestly don't have that much feedback for this because it's good. I mean, you could maybe make the rabbit a little cuter because this has clearly all been done as one model. The rabbit clearly looks like it's all one model from what I'm seeing here. You could break the rabbit apart, maybe give it like a cute little bent ear, or give it a little bit more cuteness to it is mine for that. In terms of the little bunny on the bed, I actually love this. I really don't know what maybe have the legs move a little bit more. I'm really trying to pick something with this. I really want to pick something with it. Add more detail to the... No, the ears are fine. They don't need more detail. Oh, I know what you could do. Okay, do how her mouth is. Do I get a close-up on her face again? I think there's a close-up on her face. There we go. Right. Her face. Do her lips. So this bottom one is a totally different, totally separate model. And you can have it move up and down. There you go. That would make this one better. I would potentially Maybe do the blues, the lighter blues here. I think that's lighter or darker. I can't really tell properly. I would potentially make them a separate model coming off of them and have them like look maybe slightly tilt her head. But I would definitely have her mouth moving. And wait, go back. Back. You've got this bit. I assume that's like a hair piece? Yeah, that's the back of her head. Maybe because she's wiggling, have the bow bit wiggle. But I'm really picking here. Make the bed slightly more golden colour. The bunny ears and boots are more detailed. Yeah, make her mouth move. That's my feedback for you. Because honestly, this is really nice. The phone is fantastic. I feel like with the back of the headpiece, I don't know whether you actually need that on her. Or if you're having it on her, I would maybe do something with the ribbons just a little bit more. Maybe make them separate so they can like go out in two. The detail's nice. I would potentially, I don't know, because like you said, the render making it not like you not seeing as much, but maybe make it slightly more golden. But this is a really good job. Well done. This is a very, very good job. Back to my messages. Okay, I've got to find this one. Oh, okay, right, this one. This is by Panday. Panday. So, this, I love. I love this. This is fantastic. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is the node count on the roulette. And unfortunately, I can't pause this, which is really annoying. In fact, did they send a high quality MP4? Because then I can pause the MP4. Perfect. Go away. I can pause an MP4. Right. So, this is obviously a lot of nodes. Okay, this is a lot of nodes. I hope they are in node count. Because that's a lot. That's all I know, is that is a lot. And I could potentially check how many nodes it is now. But I'm gonna leave it. She is stunning. It's hard to tell because the animation is a little fast, I'm not gonna lie. And her hand slips in it. Right, her hand. Right there. Her hand right here. This is a time nitpicking. I'm really trying to find something to nitpick. Her hand goes through it. Her hand should not go through it. Her hand either needs to go under it or it needs to stop as it reaches her hand. Okay, that's the only thing I've got there. Everything else looks pretty much fantastic. Also, like I said, you can obviously avoid faces from doing these little zigzaggy things. This actually adds character. Got nice level of detail on the table right here. Oh, the animation with the hand. Animation with the hand. The roulette wheel, I believe, is where they've spent most of their time doing nodes. Can't tell from here, but hopefully they have broken down collisions on the table. Although it wouldn't matter too much because the height of the collisions will be the bunny's head. Unless they've done a separate Unless they've done a default as like no bunny and the bunny's hidden in the table, which would be possible. This table is thick enough that you could hide her body in the table. This sounds so weird. But yeah, her hand going through that right there. Really shouldn't go through it. That's the only thing. And if they want to make it so it looks like she's meant to hold it, then they should really break the hand apart into two pieces. So it's just, I can show you an example because I did it with the robot. I'm not saving that. The little kitty robot. No, I didn't. I did it with my cell key. Open, assignments, August. So, I did it with the cell key. Right here. We've got the main bit of the hand, and then we got the finger part of the hand. So if they want it to be, if you want it so you can grab hold of it, break the hand apart. So you still got the thumb and the main bit of hand, and then you've got the fingers. And then as she goes around to grab it, you can cup the fingers round it. Looks like she's holding it at the second angle. It does, but obviously with the full animation, you know, like there, her hand slips through it and then her hand slips back down. I would say if you want to make it look like it's being grabbed, because in that hand it's fine. It looks like she's holding it. But with the animation, it looks like her hand just goes through it and comes down. So all I would say is make it so if you want it to be grabbed hold of, or make it look like it's being grabbed hold of, her hand comes up in the two sections with the fingers going over it to make it look like it's being grabbed. Otherwise, this would be a super easy fix. You would just need to go and just move the hands slightly back to not go through it. That's all that needs to happen with that. I love her face. She looks like she's got full-on attitude, and I'm here for it. But the level of detail, I'm nitpicking at the hand going through. That's the only thing. Maybe I'm trying to think of something you can improve on. Additional animations. Additional animations would be great. Like being able to show off additional animations happening on here, like these tokens, the chips being pushed or pulled by that would be great, but super nitpicking. Right, that was that one. Coins jumping, yeah. Oh, but the animation of the ball bouncing on the roulette wheel was really, really good. So well done on that. Right, the next person. Where are you? Oh, okay. I'm going to do Go Wests. Go West is going to be a funny one. Basically because Go West doesn't want theirs to be shared on the screen. So I'm going to do it and you guys can kind of guess what I am looking at. So Go West. Basically the thing that you've done on the character here and down below, perfect, don't change that. Tail spinning, I just saw that, love it. Now, personally, and the ear moving, that's great. Oh, and the bunny slippers. Okay, so personally for me, he looks too simple. The character that you've done looks far too simple in terms of hair and face. It looks like the main concentration you've done is on everything else and not the other bits. I would also get rid of the undergarment because of the thing that you've got there, and I would take the... I'm also going to put this in the chat that you started with me as well as feedback. So I would take the upper one off and move that to the lower back. I would take the bottom clothing off of him and keep the front thing there. I feel like the colours you've chosen for the slippers is just a little bit garish. I would go with a red. I would go with red, and I would not go with the color eye choice that you've gone with. It just looks a little garish. It looks a little much. So I'd put a little bit more detail on the hair and everything, and just generally himself, the character. Move the upper thing that you've done down to the lower back side, take his underwear away, and keep the front bit. Yeah. Garish. Oh, Googling garish. It's a little... I don't know another word for garish. I'm gonna Google. Takes the top part off. Yes. So I've already said him numerous times. Because he's a him, he doesn't really need that. You can show that and it's absolutely fine. We've got beachgoers. That section's fine. But I would take his underwear off and I would place that top piece that you've done on his backside. Well, if you make a her, that's fine. But also, it still stands that... Well, if you make a her, then that front piece needs to be much smaller. You cannot have a dangle... I mean, you could, it would... I mean, yeah, you could. But I would still say if you're having the front bit there, the underwear needs to be gone. Take the underwear off. The underwear needs to be gone. Boxers off. If it is staying a him, then take the top bit away. That's fine. If it's a her, I would keep it. But the detail with the hair and face needs to be there, and I would change the color to be less alright. Another word for garish. Loud. It's very loud. It's harsh. It's, yeah, distasteful, basically. No, it's not distasteful. It's just gaudy. Very brash. It's garish. It's bright. It's a bit much. The colors you've chosen are a little bit much. And I feel like if Half-Dork's still in the chat, Half-Dork's like taking notes, like, what words does Panda say so I can throw them in randomly during D&D sessions? The Playboy roulette table is cool, and pinball machine, all of them are cool. They are not Jackie Chan. Everybody's done a good job. I feel like I was a little bit mean to the poster person. The poster's lovely. How they've done Marilyn is absolutely superb. Great detail. But it's not an animated asset. And it's a little... I don't want to say basic because the level of detail is there on Marilyn, but it's a little... basic. There's not much happening, and I get what they've done, but yeah. Free the nipple. We should always know. Never free. Always free the. I feel like whatever I say is just going to be taken just so wrong. Just stop talking. Right. So, thank you, Go West, for that. I appreciate you sending that. And I appreciate all the updates. It was really good watching everything update. Now, I do have another one from someone who's just sent me it during this stream. So let's go over this one. We got this little guy. Oh, I can't make it big. Have you submitted? Because if you've submitted, then maybe... You have. High quality MP4. Beautiful. Right, go away. Let's have the high quality MP4. Thank you, guys. So many of you are actually sending high-quality MP4s. As far as I'm aware, I need to double-check. Anybody waiting on the Pandonian Fairies results? We should have it out by... tomorrow is Wednesday. So tomorrow or Thursday, the person making the showcasing video told me that they were finishing it today. They finished it. Okay, great. I need to send that to social media guy, and he can get that posted for tomorrow. So there we go. We'll have that out tomorrow. So let's have a look at this. We got a little rabbit coming out of a hat. He's cute. Okay, I don't want to be mean, but we're going along the same theme of what I'm saying. He's just very, I don't want to say simple, but when you compare this to the other stuff. Now, I would say this is nice. This is actually very nice. This is very well done. I would potentially make the rabbit have eyebrows and do a little, I can't really move my eyebrows, very animated, like my eyebrows just like, I can't do much with them. But, you know, like the whole like cartoon, like up and down, like the woo-hoo-hoo. I would do that with him. I would give him some bushy eyebrows, separate node coming off of his head. So do a child node, 2 child nodes coming off with some eyebrows, and have them be like, boop, 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 like, I see you. And maybe make his nose do a little twitch. Just add a little something, because it's a small asset. I feel like when you make something this small, you need a little something to really give it character, to really give it like that, oh wow, like you've really done something here. So I like this. I like this, his head coming out, and I like the wink. The wink is great. The wink is great. You should do the wink, and then you should do the eyebrows. So he should wink, he should eyebrows, and then he should go back down, and as he reaches, have him go down, get to here, and do the eyebrows again, right before he goes back down. Or he comes up, does the eyebrows, winks, gets back down, and then does the eyebrows again. That's my feedback for you. That is how I think that you can change this from being, hey, it's nice, to, oh, cool, that's a lewd little rabbit doing his little eyebrows at me. Well, hey. Yeah, that's what I think. I think you've done a really nice job, the eyes and everything. It's a really good job. Great job on the winking. Very good to see the winking animation being added. But yeah. Oh, and you're in the chat. Hopefully I've helped you out here. Just do some eyebrows on him. So just get, I think it would be 1, 2, yeah, do a 3x2. Do it slightly darker. And you could probably just have a straight strip. You might want to do like a, not a 2x2. 2x3, sorry. 2x3, 2x3, 2x3. And or you can do a 2x2 and a 1x2, and so they can be bent a little bit so you get a slight curve. Should I do anything with the hat? Personally, I just wouldn't have the hat rotate. I wouldn't have the hat rotate. The only reason I would say don't have the hat rotate is because I don't get why it's rotating. Spin it. Yeah, Go West is like, just really spin it. Right, so you need to do one of two things. You either need to really do something with the hat, which given time constraints, I don't know whether it'll be worth it right now, but you either need to do it so the hat is originally upright, and the rabbit sort of jumps out, picks up the hat flips over, the rabbit jumps up on top, and then goes down and does it. Or you just need, yeah, I don't know, or the rabbit comes up out of the hat, sort of actually comes out of the hat, kicks it, does the eyebrows, and then jumps into it. Oh yeah, making it shake. Shaking would be better than spinning. There we go. Great. A shake would definitely, I'm here trying to think of like something stupidly convoluted to try and edit. And then someone's like, shake. Yeah, make it shake. Make it shake. Shaking would definitely, like a little wiggle wiggle, and then he comes out. Personally, for me, coming out, eyebrows, wink, goes down, gets to about here, and then eyebrows, and then he goes down. I think this is the last one for the reviews, unless anybody else wants to send me anything for me to give feedback. But also, this is really nice, and I would like to say that this is a really good example of what would score well in utilization. Right? It's not using too many faces. It's not got like a ton of nodes. It's a very nice, small, simple-ish asset. You can have a simple asset and it still be really good, by the way. Me using the word simple doesn't mean bad. Or at least that's not how I interpret simple to be. Also, who likes my selkie? This is the selkie with her seal head on and then her seal head off. And if anybody needs to know what a selkie is, I will explain. I think I saw it on Twitter. Okay, let's have a little look at Twitter. When did you send it? Not Jackie Chan. I can't see it. So either you sent it and I accidentally deleted it. I don't think I did. Not Jackie Chan, do you wanna... Oh no, you did it there. Oh gosh, no! Why? Oh, this is scary. Oh, what the frig? I need to share this with everybody. I mean, like, make her a slightly different color and she's great, I guess. I have no... You know what she reminds me of? So, reminds me of this guy. This is who you have created as a Playboy bunny. This is who you have created. Also, this anime is really, really nice. It's actually a really, really lovely anime. And you should definitely watch it. It's super sweet. It's like this girl. So, wait, okay. So, he and this guy that I've already forgotten his name are best friends. And he's obviously the pretty one, and he's like the big masculine class, like scary guy. And she absolutely loves him. She's infatuated with him, and he doesn't understand why. He keeps thinking that she wants him, but she like is absolutely infatuated with him, and it's lovely. It's so nice. It's been a long time since I've watched it, and I should really, because I never actually finished it, but it's so nice. So nice. But this is who you've basically made. This right here. That's what the lips remind me of. It's the lips. That is who you've created. I have no words. Like, you don't actually want feedback on this, right? I mean, feedback. Skin tone is a little green, so maybe you don't want green skin tone, potentially. Maybe make the bum area bounce a little as she runs. Could be pretty cool. The ears themselves as well, I would potentially make them into two parts, so when she's running, they can flap. I would make the huge badonkadonkas do some bouncing too. Yeah. Very creative. I use this in my game. There we go. You've got a buyer. Not Jackie Chan. Half Dork would like... Bunny... Beatrice Bunny? I don't know. What do we call her? What do we call her? Should we call her Betty? Hey, Playboy, me to play man! Yeah. I'm calling her Betty. It's the... Do you know what it is? It's the slightly green skin tone that just has me. It's like, why? Also, I kind of want to see you make the hands separate. So the fingers, I don't know if you've done it or... Like, but with the hand, if the fingers are a separate node, when she blows the kiss, her hand should go out straight, like a... And if you're doing the things with the lips, making the lips huge, you should really make it possible for her lips to actually move and come together to do like a... I mean, take on board the stuff I've suggested and feel free to submit that because... Thank you. I was expecting some super... So far, I have not seen anything super naughty. And I'm really sad. I really wanted to see some naughty stuff. Oh. What contest is this for? Is this a sandstorm contest? What is this? This is beautiful. Sorry, this just came up on my page. Oh, this gives me all the feels. This just like... This is stunning. It's apparently named Abigail. Oh, I can't name her Abigail. Her name is Abby. Okay, I can go with... No, don't name her Abigail. My cousin is Abby. My cousin's Abigail. I can't call her Abigail. But this... No, there's just something beautiful about it. But it's got Sandstorm Meetup in there. But also, why? Oh, it's picture this. It's... Oh, this is going to do really well. I don't know why they didn't tag me. Oh, they did. There I am. Hey, they tagged me. Cool. Right after Sandstorm. Yeah, I think, yeah, the water background really does sell it. Art. Yeah, it is. It's very artistic, which I'm going to be honest, and I hope this doesn't sound like I'm trying to bash the contest or anything, because I think the contest is great, and both projects, you know, like Picture This, are doing a great project and stuff, but plurality, when people say, hey, the theme's plurality, what the hell is that? I don't know how to answer you guys. Like, it's meant to be like, you know, like art meets voxels is all I can say for that. So make art within voxel. Make art, guys. Make this to me, like, as soon as I saw, oh, it's for Picture This, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That definitely works. That to me is like, yeah, that's... yeah, that works. Right, I should probably do something called finish up. Actually, I was only going to do 2 hours anyway today, so we've got 10 minutes. What do you want to do for 10 minutes? What do you want to do for 10 minutes? Oh, something I do want to do, but we've made that salmon sword form. I'm not doing a form today. I've already sent out. I'm going to be really mean. I'm only going to do one more giveaway some point this week and the start of next week. Because I know that season 3 is starting soon, and I don't want to get backlogged with needing to send NFTs, and I've just sent a whole bunch. So you're going to have to stop by, because I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to do the giveaway, but I will do the giveaway at some point. There's no alpha candidly, I'm going to slap you silly, I swear. You're such a friggin' troll, I adore you, but oh my gosh. Yes, season 3 is coming soon, TM. I mean, you telling us last time that we get 2 today? No, you got 2 last Thursday, and I forgot. Oh, I did do 3. 2. Where's that clip? Nobody clipped it. Shh. No one clipped it. But also, don't you guys, like, want to wait to get the Dragonborn? Don't you guys want to wait to get the Dragonborn? Get the chance to get the Dragonborn? Hello, doggy. I'm going to finish in a few minutes. Yes. Is it true the live Voxedit contest will have different schedule next time? Yes. So, anybody that saw the... I'll get Twitter open again. We go over to Voxedit. Make sure you are following Voxedit. Make sure you are following me as well. But if we scroll down to when the poll was taken, there we go. So, technically, the 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. UTC won. However, because I had Lucas with me, we needed to make it time appropriate to him. So we are going to be rotating between the top 2. So we did 3 p.m. till 6 p.m. The next one will be 10 a.m. UTC to 1 p.m. UTC. No, I want Benny. I know you guys want Benny. I know you guys. Do you know what? I might just mint Benny. I wish I could do a Twitter poll, because I'll be like, who wants Benny and who wants Raffi? Number 1 for Benny, number 2 for Raffi. Mint Benny or we riot. Don't riot. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do you want, right, yes, Benny. Number 1 for Benny, number 2 for Raffi. Bravo. It's not going to be next week. They're not weekly. They're about once to twice a month. I've done one this month and I need a break. I need a break. Half Dork, you're putting number 1. I thought you loved Raffi. I thought Raffi was your favourite. Can you show us Raffi again? Sure can. If I remember where he lives. Where did I put Raffi? Goblin Raffi, there we go. Raffi is the one that you all made me give a backstory to. So he has a book and he has glasses. He is the only... I need Benny the Bard in my RPG game. Okay, I'll do Benny. But yeah, this is Raffi. This is Raffi. And I am still going to be working on the ebook thing. I've just put a pin in that. Honestly, I didn't think my work was going to keep me so busy. But yeah, it has. You love Raffi too? But okay, Benny it is. We'll see if I am allowed to mint Benny as well. I'm sure there won't be an issue, but I do need to double check. I mean, 9A7A, like, I don't think you putting number 2 for Raffi would somehow tip the scales, considering everybody else voted for Benny. He's gonna... Half Dork, you're like, he's gonna sell... Like, I'm not gonna put him up for... Not straight away, anyway. Can't wait to see you building Pandonia. I have done some Pandonia. We've put a pin in it, once again, because I needed a break. And... Game Maker isn't my forte, so when I do go to create things, sometimes I can get a little stressed And I end up not being able to get much done because I literally need to rely on you guys to be able to help me. I pay under the table for Benny. I mean, like, you want to give yourself a chance to win, right? You want to win a Benny? I'll make Benny like a super, super rare one to win. Airdrop Benny, wink wink. I airdrop Benny to, like, holders of both Scruffy, the Woodland Fairy, and the Weapon Crate. You get Benny if you hold all three. But yeah, no, so far, this is Pandonia. So you start over here, and I still need to update this. Please forgive me. I keep saying I'm going to update the tavern, and I just never have. But you start at the tavern. There's the old guy that tells you some stuff, and you enter the tavern because the old guy tells you to. Plus, that's the only thing you can do. You enter the tavern, and you then realize that you can't actually leave. You try and leave, and it's like, seems to be locked. Find another way out. Now, I feel like I've done this slightly wrong, but take refuge here. You should be safe. So you talk to her once, and then you're meant to... The Goblin King has gone mad, tearing up the land for resource. Will you help us, young hero? And then you can say two things. Of course I will, and then that's done. And then it's like, I don't know if I could defeat him. When I do this one, it doesn't give me my other option until I do it the second time. Which is, I have faith in you. I saw what happened outside. You have fight in you. And then you just put okay. And then, of course, I will. Is that one? So I don't know if I've done something wrong there. For her not, like, I have to do it a second time. And then we have Benny in here with my weird other little dwarven guy. Oh. Who are you? When did I place you in here? Where did you come from? I even remember making her. Where the frig did she come from? Then we've got the barman. He'll give you a quest. It's like, this photo looks familiar. That person, that beach, where have I seen them? But really, it'll actually be you, your character. And you talk to Benny. Hey, I saw some ducks. And you get a duck quest. This says, hello, lost soul. And that's kind of creepy. And he'll give you a quest. You can, like, enter this room, but, like, oh no! This door is locked. Find a key. We've got a nice fireplace happening here. And then there's a key. That opens downstairs. That opens this door down here. We have Keith behind the bar. Poor old Keith. Wait! No! Did I break it again? Enter. Yes. There we go. Then get the key. Ah! Leave. Okay. And that key will open this door, which will then allow us to enter this room where we can get a duck. And then potentially, maybe, you can leave this room. But maybe not. Do you know how to leave this room? I guess I want to go through there. There we go. But then you might miss some ducks or important stuff by not going the other way. And then you talk to him. But that's not working, so no turning book now. You end up in the forest. The fairies will give you a quest. Ah! We're going to have a whole fairy section where the Pandonian fairies will come into it. But at the minute she's just here, she can heal you. We'll have a whole bunch of Pandonian fairies over here. You need to work your way out. She's a placeholder. And there's the witch's cottage, which I haven't edited yet. But basically, can I squeeze myself through? There we go. Basically, the witch is in her cottage. She's a good witch, and she'll show you the way out. If you do a quest, when you do the quest, this will open up, and you need to work your way through the maze. There's a front and back way. This is the back way. And you enter. Yes, I want to go upstairs. Then there's Raffi. I have no choice! And Raffi will try and chase you, but if you deliver a book to him, he'll stop chasing you. So you find a book. And there you go. He now won't chase you. And then there's other things that happen. Wait! What? No! I broke it. Good job I didn't change anything. But so far, that's what we've got going on. For where to place some Pandonian fairies from the contest, yes, I have already thought about placements. I do need to change a few things about the Pandonian fairy area, but yes, I have already got it. One of them, I am really happy that it came in the top 3. I liked everything. All the submissions for voting were absolutely excellent. Some of them, I do need to do some slight edits. Many of them only came with one animation. And I want them to have more than one animation, so I will be adding animation to them. But one of them was, by far, when I saw it, I was like, I can utilize this character in so many ways. It was super good for being in so many different things. Very fun, looking forward to playing. Well, you guys are already going to know how to do it all, because you've watched me make it. Let's put that one in there. Clankersh put what in there? What? Where's Clankersh? Oh, maybe... Oh, Clankersh doesn't have access to this one. Me and Clankersh are making a different game. Where our game is in a region, the same world as what Pandonia is. Pandonia is a region in Pandemonia, I think we called it. Did my child just go outside without an adult? There is an adult out there. When Panda Wedding? Not for a while. Not for a while. Pandonia next alpha. Oh gosh, you're not giving me long. Half-Dork, you want to help me build? I can offer you... Benny. I can offer you Benny as payment. Does that sound like a good deal to you? Probably not. You probably want real money. Probably kind of want paying. Next alpha. Yeah, the next one. Next one. Now I'm kind of hoping I can get my wedding into one of the alphas. Like, really capitalize on the whole Sandbox thing. I want the monopoly on... You want the monopoly on Benny? Oh my gosh. Offer him a weapon crate. Half-Dork already has a weapon crate, I'm pretty sure. Half-Dork has Scruffy and a weapon crate. You'll become the Benny Mafia. Oh my goodness. Would love you for you to have your wedding in their venue. So, yes, I am aware of that. However, and I believe that a conversation me and Seb had, he did direct me to potentially talking to them. However, I do have my own plans for my own wedding thing, which is going to be... I don't know whether my wedding's going to be at a place called Beaver Castle, spelt like Belvoir, but Beaver Castle. I basically want it to be Beaver Castle as, like, I want to build basically Beaver Castle there. Your plans don't matter, the Sandbox is live. But I will be doing some form of wedding thing in there. There's going to be a Panda Bride NFT. There'll be a Groom NFT. There'll be set bridesmaid NFTs. Do you guys want to be bridesmaids in my wedding or not? Because so far, only Half-Dork is going to be a bridesmaid. Actually, Half-Dork, can I have permission to do your avatar as a bridesmaid? So just like your avatar guy in a dress. Because I kind of think that would be hilarious. Oh yes, please do. I was half joking. Now I feel like that's gonna go on my list. That's gonna go on my list. Also, I just realized it's late. I didn't take a break. I was only gonna stream for 2 hours. I cannot think of anything to actually create right now. As a dork or as a human? A dork. As a dork. Beaver or Belvoir? Called Beaver Castle, it's spelt Belvoir. Said Beaver Castle, it's called Beaver Castle. It is spelt like Belvoir. Belvoir is Beaver Castle. Maxie, the way you're spelling Belvoir is Beaver. Paris Hilton as bridesmaid. Obviously, because you know me and Paris are besties. But after gonna show up as Abigail. Oh my gosh, yeah. By the way, I've never met Paris Hilton in person. I assume she is absolutely lovely because there's a Beaver Castle in Kent. This is Beaver Castle. This is Beaver Castle. Where is the front of Beaver Castle? The gardens, lakes. But it is spelt Belvoir. This is somewhat near me. But this is Beaver Castle. The Beaver Castle I'm on about. That's just an image of you, please. There we go. This is the castle. This is one of my favourite castles. Other than Pendennis. Pendennis is my favourite castle. Tintagel is alright, mainly because I just get the King Arthur, Merlin vibes from the area, because obviously that's what Tintagel is meant to be, King Arthur's castle, and Merlin's cave is just below it. But Tintagel is a lovely little tiny village. But it is just nothing but pretty much ruins, which made me laugh when we forced my sister to walk all the way up there. Anybody who's been to Tintagel will know the climb to get there is kind of horrible. And we got up there because numerous times, because it's like English Heritage or National Trust, at one point my parents weren't ever part of it, and we'd gone to Cornwall for like every year for about 8 years of my life. I've been to Cornwall every single year when I was younger, and probably about 6 years in, my parents then decided, hey, let's become English Heritage and National Trust members. So we've gone to Tintagel every single year for 6 years and never actually been to Tintagel itself, just the town. Did the same person who invented the word colonial also invent... Oh, you mean colonel? Colonial? I said that wrong. Colonel, Belvoir, Beaver. I mean, I believe it's French, so yes. They're both French. But yeah. But the next live Voxedit contest will probably be... so we did one then. Will probably be September. We're probably looking around September, between either September 10th, 11th, or 17th, 18th. Anyway, we're going to finish. I appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully you enjoyed the feedback. I am going to check just to see if anybody else sent anything for feedback. Okay, not there. Let me just reopen Twitter again. I cannot see anything unless it's been put in my mentions. Which I can't see anything being put in my mentions. But just remember, you are able to use the Playboy logos. I have been told this. However, do keep in mind that you will not be able to publish, mint, or do anything with an asset that has a logo or infringes on copyright. So I strongly suggest you stay away from logos. Suggest you stay away from logos, but you will not be, you know, told like, no, you don't pass. What feedback? Bravos! I did a whole section on feedback. You're so silly. Anyway, if you want to recheck the feedback stuff, then, you know, I'll try and chapter it once everything's uploaded properly. So you might be waiting until tomorrow because YouTube takes a while to process it. Anyway, by the way, Panda Pokemon cards are back in Happy Meals. Yes, they are. They've been, at least here, they've been back in Happy Meals for 3 weeks. They're not the good Pokemon cards though. The 20th anniversary Pokemon cards were much better. These ones are just kind of meh. So I've got a couple, but yeah, I'm not going crazy like I was for the 20th anniversary Pokemon cards. Hello. Those I was going quite crazy for. Anyway, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the metaverse. I will see you next time. Goodbye.